So we're Cadmus, and just a quick overview as to what problem we're trying to get around to. So, sorry about that. I follow a bunch of people on Twitter, subscribe to people on FriendFeed, read a bunch of blogs. The problem with me is that I can't keep up with this in real time. I log in 4 or 5 times a day, and really I just want one question answered. I want to find out what my friends are talking about since the last time I logged in. So really, what was the hottest talked about topics since the last time I logged in? And what we do with Cadmus is really just figure that out, just look at what everybody's talking about among all the people that you're following, and kind of give you those hot topics right at the top. So you don't have to go around sifting through a bunch of different posts. You don't have to look at the same post being retweeted 20 different times from the same person or from different people coming through their friend feed, through through their Twitter, through their blog. Really, we aggregate all that content, kind of bring it all together, and get the hotter ones at the top. Let me give you a quick example. So what you see over here is my homepage. I've brought it up from my local. I just want to quickly show you what a general homepage would look like. Right off the top, you can see these are the posts that have been posted in in the last 4 hours or so. What's interesting here is that if you look at the first post, it shows that there are about 5 or 8 posts. What that really means is that many of people that I'm following are talking about the same thing. Generally, if you go into any of the other clients, you're going to see these 6 different posts, one after the other after the other. Instead, what we do is, since the last time I logged in, this one figured out, okay, I haven't read this post, so Cadmus takes that and goes, all right, I'd like to show Jay these posts all together. If you look down as we go through, you see a bunch of different posts that are started not just in relevance, but again, trying to answer that question, what is being talked about since the last time I logged in. And let me just give you a quick overview of how the service works. The service is really straightforward. You come in, you sign in with your Twitter, you pull in your Twitter right away. Then you can come in here and go and add a bunch of other services. So what I have is just my Twitter, my friend feed, 3 different RSS feeds. And just with this, I've found that there's about 30% of all the posts that I'm seeing through all these different sources are all related content. As in that it's either retweets or it's either the similar content as you just saw some time ago. So really, what this thing does is that cuts all of that down and figures out all the hot topics. So coming back here, the usual stuff you can do. You can retweet stuff as you would expect. You can comment. The kind of interesting thing that we do over here is that ad replies are made into comments, so it's more conversational. So when you look at this cluster over here, there are no comments here, but I'll show you that in a second. When you look at the cluster over here, this is kind of the cluster of conversation. So when I log in, what I'm really seeing is, oh, there's a bunch of group of people that are talking about the Mashable stuff. Incidentally, it's all Mashable people. On the other side, you can see that there are a bunch of other people talking about something else, and the comments are all there. So what I can do is, since the last time I logged in, I'll come in, kind of drop a comment here, come out, drop a comment somewhere else, and I'm pretty much done what I need to do, and I don't have to stay on the service in real time, even though we do the filtering in real time. So again, a quick idea of how we post. A cool little thing that we kind of like to do is inline autocomplete. So for people that are slightly tech and JavaScript oriented, this is kind of cool. So we kind of complete it inline. If you guys know, you kind of see why it's cool. So that's one of the things that we do. You can add a bunch of different services. So you really don't have to be afraid of following 1,000 people, just like many other people do. You can go out and follow all these people, and we'll figure out what you really need to know. Same thing with the feeds as well. We've had people that have added 300, 400 feeds, and we kind of aggregate all that, figure out what's top, and it's there for you. You don't have to worry about duplicates. You don't have to go about and say, you know what, I'm reading too many of the same things from TechCrunch and from Mashable. We'll kind of figure that out for you. All right. So one thing that I quickly wanted to show you, let's see if we can get it here, is kind of how this plays out. Let's see if this works out really well. So this is on live. This is what my stream looks like. I logged in before I came in here. So this is apparently what it wants me to see. As you can see again, right off the top, all the ones at the top are all hot posts. This is multiple people talking about kind of the same thing. I can go in and again talk about stuff. The cool feature, let's hope this works, is that kind of after I'm done reading them, they go away. Now I figure out, the system figures out for me that hey, you've kind of he's already read this. This is not that important to him anymore. So it's not like the standard relevance where he just signed in every time it's sorted by the same order. You're looking at old posts. We figure out, okay, he's looked at that. Let's find out what's the next hottest thing he needs to look at. So just again, quickly to reiterate, we find out what are the hottest conversations that are going on since the last time you logged in. Is that something funny on here? In any case, so again, that's exactly what we're trying to do, figuring out what you need to see since the last time you've logged in. Thank you.